A very warm good evening to one and all. Welcome back to the today's session. So today's guest speaker is Dr. Yashika Arora ma'am, and today's topic will be of regarding the batch flower remedies and its importance in homeopathy. And over to you, Termina, for the further session.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for giving me such an opportunity to introduce the session. Today, I would like to speak about our beloved family, that's the All India Homeopathic Students Youth and Association. We are to bridge this gap between the knowledge seeker and the researchers, the practitioners, so that we can provide the extreme knowledge and we can all grow together in the homeopathy. ICEA was first introduced in 2000. Am I audible? I'm so sorry. I just lost the network. ICEA was
Ye-
founded October 31st, 2009, and we are empowering homeopathy's future with a mission of dedicated to promoting homeopathy, fostering unity among students and professionals, and advancing homeopathic education and research. We have a vision to unite, inspire, and empower homeopathic enthusiasts to shape the future of healthcare, with an objective to unify homeopathic students and youth nationwide, promote excellence in homeopathic education, research, and practice, provide a dynamic platform for knowledge sharing, collaboration, and growth, support and empower homeopathic professionals, organize impactful conferences, seminars, workshops, and training programs. We have a key initiative towards national and international conferences, seminars, and workshops with homeopathic awareness programs and community outreach. We also provide training and certification programs for students and professionals, publications, newsletters, journals, and research paperwork, strategic collaboration with homeopathic organizations and institutions. We also provide our Embark membership, which is open to homeopathic students, UG, PG, and PhD students, young homeopathic professionals, homeopathic institutions, and colleges. We also governance of international governing body, state committees, and local units. We also held a signature event, International Ayush Conference and Youth Festival, national homeopathic conferences, state level seminars and workshops, webinars, and online training programs. I request you to please join IHSIA so that we all grow together and also enlighten our beloved pathy, that's homeopathy. Over to you, Lavanya ma'am.
Thank you, Termin. Over to you, Priya, regarding the today's speaker's introduction.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, Priya.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, everyone.
Yes, Priya, you are audible. Please continue.
Okay, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. Coming on to the speaker's intro, she has been working as the editor in the Homeopathic Heritage, plus homeopathic consultant, Homeo and Live Homeopathic Clinic, Janakpuri, in 2021 to 2023. From 2017 to 2020, she's been the house physician at DKMM HSMC Aurangabad. 2016 to 17, done internship at NHMC and Delhi. Coming on to education, 2024, done PhD Homeopathy from Sri Ganganagar Homeopathic Medical College and Hospital, Tantia University. In 2022, done Diploma in Nutrition and Health Education from IGNOU. 2021, MD Homeopathy 2021, Homeopathic Materia Medica from DKMMHNC Aurangabad. 2016, BHMS with 56.67%, NHMC. 2011, March 2011, Senior Secondary with 89.6%, 2009, High School with 93%. Her hobbies are traveling, teaching, reading, and writing extracurricular activities, table tennis, and homeopathic associations. Her strengths are she's been the speaker on one-sided diseases in National Homeopathic Conference organized on January 7, 2018, paper presentation at 21st All India Congress by HMAI at Patna on 24th and 5th November 2018 on the topic Utility of Dulcamara in Warts, a non-controlled experimental study. Speaker at CME organized by DHMA on the topic The Magnematic Personality of Kali Group on 30th December 2018 at Delhi Public Library. Speaker at Doctors Meet at Chandrapur, Maharashtra on the topic Day-to-Day Clinical Practice of Homeopathy on 16 January 2019, organized by Advent Biotech Private Limited. She's been the achiever of STSA 2015-16, a scholarship program organized by CCRH Delhi. Treatment of alopecia areata for a period of 6 months under CCRH. Achiever of essay writing competition in 2018. Achiever of Appreciation Award by Board of Homeopathic System of Medicine Delhi and Homeopathic Federation on 22nd January 2018. She has received the Chikitsa Seva Ratna Award awarded by Bharatiya Homeopathic Panel on 21st July 2019 at Gandhi Research Foundation, Delhi. She's been the winner of Open Discussion Forum for August 2018, organized by Bijan Publishers for Homeopathic Heritage. Her software and skills are Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, Excel, project management, website management, and Creative Eye. Also, she's having debating skills, leadership skills, IT knowledge. Thank you.
Of batch flower remedies in homeopathy. So everybody, I think, knows that what is actually batch flower, and every other or the new homeopath who is upcoming, whether he's a budding homeopath or a experienced homeopath, they are all aware of these batch flower remedies which have come up to, nowadays, and are in excessive use because of their so beautiful results and miraculous results, I would say. So we'll start the session before wasting any more time. So I would start the session. I would begin the session with one of the quotes by Dr. Edward Bach, who actually discovered these 38 batch flower remedies. So he has said in his writings that the remedies to be prescribed are beneficent in action. These remedies, we are talking about BFR, the batch flower remedies, and they cause no aggravation nor any reaction, for their effect is to uplift. That's it. So in the medicines जो कि BFR हम पढ़ते हैं या batch flower remedies हैं, they do not cause any aggravation again, and they only act to uplift the patient, to make the patient better. These batch flower remedies are actually a alternative or complementary treatment. So I'll start with the basics of BFR, and they are usually used for emotional problems, pain, etc., because they act on the mind level, and their preparation is done out of the watered down extracts. I would say the flowers are being watered down. उनका जो extract निकलता है of those wild plants, which are actually used as batch flower remedies. So they are being prepared from these extracts. And in 1900s only, Dr. Bach, while discovering these remedies, he was going through these things, and he made a method. He prepared these batch flower remedies, which were very much similar in the preparation, or you can say in the action, because they act on the mind level. They're very similar to homeopathy, but they use only few materials and do not work directly on the physical symptoms, but instead on the mental symptoms, on the emotions. So the basic idea is that the BFR are almost are similar to homeopathic remedies when we talk about their substances used, the plant kingdom which is being used, and the preparation, etc. But they use only fewer materials and they are limited in number, these BFR, and they do not work on the physical level, they act only on the emotional state. When you talk about homeopathic remedies, they act both on the physical and the emotional level. But BFR is all based at a particular characteristic or the emotional state. Actually, the thing is the psychological cause of illness. The psychological cause of illness actually is divided into different states. So he has grouped, Dr. Bach has grouped the emotional states, the psychological cause of illness into these different categories. Like fear, the first one is fear. There are remedies which act good in cases of fear, and more similar state or similar symptoms we'll be discussing further. And then the second one is the uncertainty. The third one is those remedies are good for insufficient interest in present circumstances, or those who are very overly sensitive to any influence or ideas. The fourth one is despondency or despair. Then we have loneliness. Loneliness again is a category, is a cause of illness, is a psychological cause of illness. And the last one is the overcare for welfare of others. So the Dr. Batch has divided the remedies, the Batch BFR, into sub states as per the psychological cause of illness, and according to the characteristic state of the patient or of the case. Whenever they come to you, when you are using or when you are into a habit of using BFR, so you can use in that characteristic state you can use those remedies. So first we're going to talk about fear. We'll study the BFR as per the characteristic states. Then further we'll study the match flower remedies separately as well. Like how you can differentiate. A few examples I'll quote, which you can which will help you out to solve the cases, to identify remedies in such cases. So first of all, we'll go with the group of fear. So when you talk about fear, there are 5 remedies which are being grouped under fear. That is one of the first remedy is rock rose, which is actually which is actually when the mental state of the person is in terror, into fright, he's very fearful, and the cause may be any, and there is extreme terror. So you can use rock rose is a wonderful remedy to use. The second one is mimulus, when we have fear of known things. I've just pointed out the marked feature of the remedies. There are many symptoms, other symptoms which actually mimulus cover, rock rose cover, cherry plum cover. Lekin I've marked the important crux of the remedy ki you can use directly in this these remedies. So we have fear of unknown things. Fear of known things is when mimulus is called upon. And then we have cherry plum in this group, which has the fear of mind giving away. So when the mind is giving away, the mind gives away. Such a fear such a fear is being covered by cherry plum. The aspen, when you talk about aspen flower, so we have the fear of unknown things, like they don't know what is actually there, anything which is not known. So such a fear is covered by aspen. That is exactly opposite to mimulus. When you talk about red chestnut, the last one in this category, that is for the over concern for the welfare of loved ones. So it is covered in the fear, as well as when there is a fear for the for others, those people who are their loved ones. So it is categorized under fear for the welfare of loved ones. The second group is uncertainty. Uncertainty, as the word suggests, the person is not certain about such things, certain about their own decisions, certain about their activities, certain about uh, there is some thoughts which may occur whenever they are about to do something. There is no direction in life. So we have there are these are categorized these the batch flowers are categorized under uncertainty factor because it is one of the psychological cause of illness again. So the first remedy is seroto. The first remedy is seroto. When we have the lack of trust, the person has trust has lost trust in his own decisions. So when you cannot take any decision, or you are not capable, that you think yourself ki I can take some decision. So in that case, Cereto is a great BFR, best flower remedy. We have scleranthus in this group as well. When there is some uncertainty to choose between two alternatives, when you talk about one and two things, so the person cannot decide, cannot choose between alternatives, that what to use, what to not to use. So in such cases, scleranthus, when there is no life direction, when there is no direction ki what you have to take, what you have to choose, either in the food, either in the activity, either in anything. So scleranthus can be given to such people who are not capable enough, who are uncertain about choosing things. When you talk about gentian, again a remedy in uncertainty group. So there is some discouragement, or there is some uncertainty when you have a setback. So after some setback, after some issues, after some आई वुड से कोई इंसान अगर कहीं गिर जाता है किसी भी लेवल पे, वेदर इन द करियर, वेदर इन एनीथिंग, और वेदर इट्स अ सेटबैक फॉर देयर लाइफ. सो व्हेन देयर इज सम डिस्करेजमेंट, तो वो जो अनसर्टेनिटी रहती है कि व्हाट विल हैपन, there is some discouragement that nothing is left, nothing is there, the life is uncertain. So that in the such cases, gentian is very good. Of course, when you talk about hopelessness and despair, again it is a very good remedy. When you are uncertain about any hope, you are very much sad and you have nothing certain in life, so gorse is a great remedy. Hornbeam is also grouped under uncertainty. That is when you have tiredness, you feel tired whenever you think to do something. So there is uncertainty in working, there is uncertainty of any activity you have to do. When you talk about wild oat, there is uncertainty over one's direction in life. When there is any direction, there is where you are going, a positive, negative, or this way or that way. So the insert uncertainty कि कभी कुछ करियर ऑप्ट कर रहा है, कभी कुछ और करियर ऑप्ट कर रहा है, कभी कहीं जा रहा है, कभी कोई बिजनेस स्टार्ट कर रहा है, कभी कुछ स्टार्ट कर रहा है, कभी जॉब कर रहा है. So when there is some uncertainty in the direction of life, then wild oat is a great remedy. The next group we have insufficient interest. When you talk about those people जिनको interest कम है, they have insufficient interest in the present circumstances, and they are very sensitive to outside influences, or you can say the past influences. So there are some remedies which are grouped under this. So first is the clematis, a wonderful great remedy when the person is dreaming about future and he has is not working about in the present, nor is interested to work in the present. So the people who dream about the future कि हम ये करेंगे, हम वो करेंगे, ये कर सकते हैं, वो कर सकते हैं, ये होगा, ये वैसे होगा. So ख्याली पुलाव banana is very easy, but then they are not interested in working in the present. So that case, clematis is a great remedy. When the another remedy which is grouped under this is honeysuckle. Those people who are living in the past, they're very much attached to the past, and they are like कि ये हो गया था, वो हो गया था, तो वो पास्ट को छोड़ते ही नहीं है. जैसे कि कुछ लोग जिनको, जैसे किसी के फैमिली में किसी की डेथ हुई, तो वो इंसान अभी तक उसी पास्ट में जी रहा है. So in such cases, honeysuckle is a great remedy to pull the person up. Wild rose is again for such people, such patients who are drifting, who are resigning, like बार बार resign कर देना, जहाँ जाना वहाँ resign कर देना, apathy, कोई pathetic life, कोई भी वो नहीं है, एक stiff position नहीं है, एक स्टेबिलिटी नहीं है, जो कि पूरे टाइम ड्रिफ्टिंग होती रहती है. That such cases wild rose is categorized in this. When you have olive, so they have no interest because they get exhausted with any effort. If they do any mental effort, if they do any physical effort, they get exhausted and they have insufficient interest. They have no interest in doing any mental or physical efforts. White chestnut, when you talk about when people have unwanted thoughts and mental arguments, so they are very sensitive to the sensitive to influences, and very sensitive to others ideas, and they are just there are thoughts, over activity of thoughts in the mind, unwanted thoughts. There are mental arguments. Something is like ये चल रहा है दिमाग में, वो चल रहा है, वो चल रहा है, ये चल रहा है, ये चल रहा है. So in such a case, white chestnut acts good. We have mustard also in this group, where the person is in deep gloom. He's very sad and he's very into very gloomy aura, that for no reason. There is no such reason in his life that he has to gloom, he has to be sad, he has to be despondent, he has to be despair, he has sadness. So there is no such reason, but he is actually into deep sadness. So mustard is a great remedy. We have chestnut bud, where the person have no interest to learn from his mistakes or her mistakes. There is failure to learn from mistakes. They are not interested in the in making things better after their mistakes. The next group, the next psychological cause of illness is loneliness. I hope everyone is with me and getting the points. We'll be discussing the queries in the end of the session. So next category is loneliness. When you talk about loneliness, there are 3 remedies which come. Water violet, because of his or her pride. They are unsympathetic. They are very aloof. Aloofness is there. They are very कहते हैं segregated करके रहना. देख हम तो बेस्ट है, लाइक प्लैटिना पेशेंट कैसे रहता है कि मैं तो बेस्ट हूँ, मैं बहुत प्राउड हूँ अपने ऊपर, मैं वो मेरे पास ये है, मेरे पास वो है. So they keep themselves alone. There is loneliness. So such cases, there's water violet. The second remedy is impatience, which is for irritation, which is for impatience. The person is very impatient, very, very impatient, as the name suggests. So the person is impatient, and in this impatience, the patient is so lonely that he has no time. He has nothing to do. He has nothing to be in. Like he's so impatient to sit somewhere, to sit with people or something, which is making him irritated. Something is pinging ki yaar मेरे को ये करना है, मेरे को वो करना है. Very impatient in doing things. So that patient is also come under a loneliness factor. Then we have heather, that is for self-centeredness and self-concern. The people who are only self-centered, they think about themselves. They're very selfish. They're very self-concerned. मेरे साथ ये होना है, मैंने ये करना है, मैंने वो करना है, मेरे पास ये होना चाहिए, मेरे पास वो होना चाहिए. They don't think about other people. So that category, they become lonely because they do not think about other people. So such category is also comes under loneliness. Then we have another group which is oversensitive to influences and ideas. So we have this remedy, which is agrimony, a very, very important batch flower, because it is very, very commonly used by many homeopaths, many doctors, many psychologists even. Psychologists also use batch flower remedies, psychiatrists, because they are great in the cases, in resolving cases without, in fact, allopathic medicines. So agrimony is a great remedy. When you talk about mental torture, there is a person who जो बाहर से बहुत अच्छा दिखेगा, बहुत cheerful है, बहुत अच्छा काम कर, बहुत अच्छा सब कुछ कर रहा है, बहुत अच्छे presentable है, बहुत workaholic है, but then at the back, वो जो पीछे से है, there is so much mental torture inside. They are overwhelmed with this torture. They're overwhelmed mentally. So we have agrimony, which is a great remedy for this category. Then we have century, when a person has inability, I would say, they cannot say no. So many people who they're like, they cannot say no to people. They, किसी ने कुछ काम कहा, ठीक है मैं कर दूंगी, किसी ने कुछ मांगा मैं दे दूंगी, किसी ने कुछ भी बोला, वो इजीली गोइंग है, इजीली yielding है. They cannot say no to others. They have no ability to say no. So in such cases, century is a great remedy. Then we have walnut. People who get very easily swayed away by others' opinion. So if somebody is saying कि तेरा ये अच्छा नहीं लग रहा, तो they become so sensitive कि वो change कराएंगे. So such cases is walnut. Such people are walnut. Then we have holy. There is unhappiness in life. The holy is a negative. When you come a little negative, you can think about the aura. Like they have jealousy, they have envy with others, and revenge to take, suspicion. So they are very unhappy because they are oversensitive to others, people betterment or their growth, etc. So they're jealous. Then we have despair as the other category, wherein large comes the first remedy, which has lack of confidence. Like people who have lack of confidence, they're not confident enough. We can use large. Pine for guilt, elm for overwhelmed, who are people who are overwhelmed by responsibilities. So elm is a great remedy. Sweet chestnut comes up for mental anguish, extreme mental anguish, I would say, like aconite you can call upon, when everything has been tried and there is no light left in life. So at the extreme case, you can think of sweet chestnut. Then we have Star of Bethlehem, great remedy when we have any bad news or shock or something happened suddenly. So Star of Bethlehem is a very soothing remedy in such cases. Willow we have for self-pity and resentment. So the person who are resented in life, they have self-pity, they have like कि मेरे साथ ऐसा हो गया, मैं ऐसी हूँ, मेरे पास ऐसे रह गया, मेरे पास कुछ नहीं बचा, ये है. They pity on themselves only. So willow is a great remedy. They'll say कि मेरी लाइफ में तो ऐसा है, मैं अपने आप पे ही तरस खा रही हूँ, I would say. So that cases is willow. We have oak in this category is like the plodder who keeps on going past the point of exhaustion. Like the people who मतलब इतना ज्यादा दे आर सैड, इतना ज्यादा दैट लाइक एग्जॉस्टन की लिमिट ही पार कर दे, एग्जॉस्टन का पॉइंट ही पार कर दे. Crab apple, again, a great remedy for despair, for despondency, OCD, it's a cleansing remedy, and self-hatred. For those people who hate themselves, just to clean themselves inside. So crab apple is a great remedy. The last one is like overcare for the others. The last category, wherein chicory comes up for those who are very caring for welfare of others, like those possessive lovers, I can say. So one of the example is possessive lovers, very selfish lovers. They think about themselves, that yes, a person is mine and the person is thing only. Like this is like they'll think about the welfare of those of the person whom they love, but then they will be very possessive. We have vervain in this category when there is very over enthusiasm in life and very over caring, over enthusiastic, that I am going to do this for this person, I'm going to do this for this field, I'm going to do this for this person in business. That's it. That are few examples. We have wine, wherein we see dominance and inflexibility. There is the person is not flexible, and there is dominance. Like they have care for people, they do care for family members, like a very dominant father, you can say, who's very inflexible, though he care a lot about her daughter or her son, his daughter or his son. So but they are very dominant at the same time. We have beach, wherein there is no tolerance, they cannot tolerate, there is intolerance. So beach helps to soothe the person, to make him tolerant of things. We have last remedy, which is rock water in this category, wherein there is rigidity again. there is self repression, self denial. They deny from themselves, and they are very very rigid. They cannot accept others, and they're saying ki this is like very what I'm saying is right and for your welfare, so you have to do this. We have a very important remedy next which has come up, that is rescue remedy. When you talk about rescue remedy, it is a combination of 5 flowers, which is and it is very much used commonly because it is associated with daily stressful situation. If you are facing any stress during any time or for any emotional imbalance, so rescue remedy is a great remedy. अगर कोई person ICU में ऐसी सिचुएशन में है कि उसको हमें रेस्क्यू करके लाना है, द नेम सजेस्ट कि वी हैव टू रेस्क्यू हिम फ्रॉम डेथ इवन, so rescue remedy acts great, which is a combination of rock rose, impatiens, clematis, star of Bethlehem, cherry plum. So it covers all the situations in such a way, these 5 combined remedies cover such all situations which are which are related to daily stress situations. So you can use 5-flower remedy, commonly, very commonly used for extreme cases, in fact, and for very very mild cases as well. So I think if anybody is not bored, so we can just go through the diagnostic chart, and I'll just tell you what actually agrimony, aspen, beech, century, Cereto. We have studied so many. We have gone through so many categories, and कौन सी remedies कौन से category में आती हैं. So in just we can discuss how you can diagnose actually when your patient comes to you how you can diagnose the BF, batch flower remedy, which to choose. So agrimony can be used just to unmask the patient, because actually वो सामने से आपको बहुत brave दिख रहा होगा, बहुत brave दिख रही होगी, but actually अंदर बहुत ज्यादा mental torment, there is mentally नीचे अंदर बहुत ज्यादा suffering भरी हुई है, and आपको उसको निकाल के लाना है. You have to move from hiding inner torment. आपको उसको निकालना है बाहर, जिससे वो सेल्फ एक्सेप्टेंस करे और अपने प्रॉब्लम्स को सॉल्व करे. ठीक है, तो एग्रीमनी अनमास्क, आपको उसके छुपे दर्द को बाहर निकालना है, जबकि वो आपको दिखा रही है कि वो तो बहुत खुश है, बहुत ब्रेव है. ठीक है. द सेकंड इज एस्पिन. आई होप आई एम क्लियर, and this will give you a better clarity with the remedy. Aspen is for reassurance. When you talk about, there are fears of people, we already discussed it in fear, that there is unknown origin fear. आप पता नहीं कोई भी reason है XYZ, and they are very worried, they are very afraid of things. So it helps out to move from sudden unspecified fear and anxiety and take the patient to a peaceful state, and they'll desire to have a new experience. So suddenly कोई बहुत ज्यादा extreme fear है जो कि unspecified है, so the patient, Aspen would take him to a state of inner peace. When you talk about beach, we discussed that creates tolerance. So when you talk about intolerant people जो कुछ भी tolerate नहीं कर सकते, we discussed before. So beach helps to move them from irritation, their arrogance, their rudeness, to very compassionate person, and they'll be united, they'll be more tolerant, and they'll unite, they'll understand others. So beach helps in such cases. When you talk about century is a somewhat an assertive remedy, and the person is very lack of energy, very weakly willed, they are very subservient, they have lack of assertion. So it helps them out to express their own opinions. Okay, they'll be expressing their opinion, and they'll have the ability to mix in company. We have Cereto. When you talk about Cereto, it's conviction. The purpose is conviction, and the person is always like seeking advice and confirmation from others. उसको दूसरों से तसल्ली मिलती है, तो वो उसको अपने ऊपर ट्रस्ट नहीं होता है. तो जब उसको अपने इनर जजमेंट को ट्रस्ट करने के लिए हम Cereto प्रिस्क्राइब कर सकते हैं. देन चेरी प्लम इज फॉर रैशनलिज्म. सो पर्सन को अपना कंट्रोल लूज करने का, माइंड गिविंग अवे, सडन गुस्सा आ गया, रेज हो गया, बिल्कुल मेरे को एकदम गुस्सा आ जाएगा, किसी ने कुछ जरा सा कह दिया, बहुत तेज गुस्सा आ गया. सो from that position of that fear, cherry plum would bring to the calm state, and they'll be able to act rationally, casually, very calmly. Chestnut bud is a great remedy for life lessons. You can use it very commonly. जो लोग अपने past mistakes से they fail to learn from past mistakes and move from recurring failures, बार बार गिर रहे हैं, बार बार गलती कर रहे हैं, but then they're not interested to learn from them. So उसमें चेस्टनट बर्ड हेल्प आउट करेगा मिस्टेक्स को समझने में, लेसन अपना लाइफ का लेसन लेने में, and then learning from them. We have chicory. Again, chicory is very possessive, selfishly possessive, and उसको obsession से, उसको self centeredness से, selfishness से एक गिविंग एटीट्यूड, एक सेंसिटिव एटीट्यूड देना है without expecting things from others. ठीक है. So when you talk about chicory, it is like we have to give rather than being selfish. Clematis is when you talk about the purpose, it's grounded. The person is into dream. ठीक है, कुछ करना नहीं है बट ड्रीम करना है, सपने देखने हैं. सो अगर उसको अपनी दुनिया, वो जो खोई हुई दुनिया है, जो ख्वाबों की दुनिया है, उससे निकाल कर खुद के वर्ल्ड में इंटरेस्ट पैदा करना, एंड दे कैन एंजॉय लाइफ, फुलफिल देयर पोटेंशियल, choose their career, do something in their career, then clematis helps. When you talk about crab apple, it's a cleansing remedy. We already discussed कि खुद को गंदा लगता है, खुद को हेट करता है, सेल्फ हेट्रेड है, सेंस ऑफ अनक्लेनलीनेस है. सो वो जो पुअर सेल्फ इमेज है अपनी, जो अनक्लीन अपने आप को फील कर रहा है, सो दे विल जस्ट गो टू अ स्टेट ऑफ एक्सेप्टेंस. वो अपने आप को एक्सेप्ट करेंगे, वो एक पॉजिटिव सेल्फ इमेज डेवलप करेंगे when you give crab apple to them. When you talk about elm, it is the purpose is coping. They are coping, they are trying to cope themselves. ठीक है, cope up करना की कोशिश करें, because बहुत ज्यादा overwhelmed responsibilities आ गई हैं. So they just they're overwhelmed with the responsibilities. So वो जो overwhelming responsibilities है, वहां से यहाँ तक आने में एक अच्छी कॉन्फिडेंस लाने में, एक पर्सपेक्टिव गेन करने में it would help. And when you talk about gentian, it's for upliftment, because the person is very despondent, बहुत ज्यादा discouraged है लाइफ से. So जो discouragement है, setbacks से, problems से, तो उसमें एक हेल्प, एक पुश देगा कि वो अपने चीजों को बिलीव कर सके, द प्रॉब्लम्स, द डिफिकल्टीज ही और शी इज फेसिंग, एंड दे विल बी ट्राइंग टू ओवरकम इट. व्हेन यू टॉक अबाउट गॉर्स, सो होप कम्स अप. व्हेन देयर इज होपलेसनेस, डिस्पेयर इन लाइफ, यू हैव गिवन अप एवरीथिंग इन लाइफ, तो आपको एक होप देने के लिए गॉर्स बहुत हेल्प करता है. हीदर एम्पैथी के लिए बहुत अच्छा होता है, क्योंकि हीदर का जो नेचर है वो सेल्फ सेंटर्ड अगेन है, वो अपने आप के बारे में ही कंसर्न होता है, और बस सेल्फिश अटेंशन होती है उसको. तो उसको सेल्फिशनेस से टू ब्रिंग एम्पैथी विद अदर्स, दूसरों को समझना, दूसरों को सुनने में हेल्प करता है. होली इज अ ग्रेट रेमेडी फॉर काइंड हार्टेडनेस. जब इंसान के अंदर, अगेन मैंने बोला था नेगेटिव आपको सोचना है थोड़ा सा होली के बारे में, जो हेट्रेड वाला फीलिंग होता है, एनवी, वो सस्पिशन करेगा, वो रिवेंज लेने की कोशिश करेगा, तो उससे लव एक्सेप्ट नहीं करेगा, तो उससे वो एक हार्मनी, जनरोसिटी की तरफ होली लेके जाता है पेशेंट. When you talk about honeysuckle, live today. So honeysuckle पास्ट में रहता है, खोया रहता है, तो उसको आज के दिन में, आज के प्रेजेंट में they bring to the present, because उसको बोलेंगे कि आपका पास्ट एक वैल्यूएबल एक्सपीरियंस है, you have to think about it, and then you have to think to live in the present. Honeysuckle helps. Hornbeam is a great remedy for vitality, because like जैसे मंडे मॉर्निंग की फीलिंग होती है कि भाई हमसे नहीं हो रहा, हमें ऑफिस नहीं जाना, हमें काम नहीं करना, तो वो जो विटालिटी रिस्टोर करने के लिए, एक एनर्जी के लिए, एक वर्क और प्ले बैलेंस मेंटेन करने के लिए हॉर्नबीम इज अ ग्रेट रेमेडी. When you talk about impatience, the name suggests again, patience के लिए. For impatient people जो irritate हो जाते हैं, bad temper होता है, तो उन्हें calm state में लाने के लिए, good humor में patiently काम करने के लिए impatience helps. Larch is a great remedy. I think I am clear to everybody. Can I'll just ask. I see the chat. In fact, am I audible to everybody? Can I get a hi from chat that yes, everybody is listening to me?
Yes, ma'am. We have a questions also in the chat box.
Dr. Lavanya, am I clear to people? No?
Yes, ma'am. You are clear to people, ma'am. And they are also about. They have also put up their questions in the
I
chat
hope
box,
I'm
ma'am.
clear.
Yes, yes, ma'am. At the end of the session,
Hello?
we'll clear it. Hello, ma'am. Am I audible to you, ma'am? Hello.
So I think I should continue.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
I think I should continue.
Ma'am, you're audible, and we also have
Okay,
chat.
so I'll continue with the session. That yes, we'll continue with the session. We went with the impatience. Then we have large जब confidence के लिए. When there is lack of confidence, so you can just relate it कि आपके अंदर fear of failure है, आप confident नहीं हो कि आप ये काम कर पाओगे या नहीं कर पाओगे. You won't be able to do it. So एक awareness of own potential लेके आता है large. So it's a great remedy. Mimulus is again a great remedy for discouragement. Discouragement, fear of known things. When people know things कि ऐसा नहीं है, but तब भी उन्हें डर लगा रहता है, तो that is a great remedy because वो उनको timidity, fearful state से एक courageful state में लाने की कोशिश करते हैं. And a life without fear. Courage देते हैं अंदर से. Mustard is for joy when there is nothing in there is life. There is severe depression for no reason. कि मैं deep gloomy state में हूँ, तो एक joy की state लाने के लिए, एक inner peace लाने के लिए, patient is given mustard. So when you have oak, it gives strength because कोई इंसान है that is exhausted with their struggles. He's very much exhausted with the struggles of life. So they move on, like it helps to move person to restore and conserve their strength. So we have olive next, which is a very energizing remedy when there is lack of energy again, कि हमें restore करना है अपना interest in life. So oak is for exhaustion, but struggles are on. So उसको restore करने के लिए, strength for struggles उसके लिए होता है, उसके लिए oak है. And when you talk about olive, so it's a great remedy it's a great remedy to restore the energy and interest in life. We have pine, which creates self-worth, because there is guilt inside. There is self-reproach कि मैंने कुछ गलती करी है, that I need to suffer, I deserve to suffer. So the person is to accept the responsibility. वो एक अंदर से self-worth लाता है कि no, you're not guilty. You have to just accept the responsibility and respect yourself. So pine is a great remedy for this. When you talk about red chestnut, care without fear. So when there is fear or over concern for others, we discussed in the first slide, in fact, that red chestnut. So जब आपको welfare, दूसरे के welfare के लिए, दूसरे के betterment के लिए बहुत concern होता है, बहुत ज़्यादा डर लगता है. So in such cases, it helps you out. Red chestnut helps you out to learn to care without fear. You have to be courageous. It gives you courage कि आप care करो, but without any fear. When you talk about rock rose, very secure. वो फर्स्ट रेमेडी थी हमने पढ़ी जो फिर टेरर के लिए थी, वो जो एक एक्सट्रीम फेयर के लिए थी, तो वो एक सिक्योरिटी, एक सेंस ऑफ सिक्योरिटी अगर आपको पर्सन को देनी है क्योंकि वो बहुत डरा हुआ है अंदर से, सो रॉक रोज बहुत अच्छा हेल्प करता है. When you talk about rock water, as the name suggests, flow of life. So इंसान के कोई गोल्स नहीं होते, वो अपने आप को खुद को ही डिनाई कर रहा होता है, चीजें रिप्रेस्ड होता है, तो उस टाइम पे रॉक वाटर हेल्प्स टू होल्ड ideas, high ideals, विथ फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी कि हमने ये लाइफ में करना है, ठीक है, ये मेरा आइडियल है, मेरे को रियल में बेटर होना है, वो एक फ्लो ऑफ लाइफ बनाने में हेल्प करता है. व्हेन यू टॉक अबाउट स्क्लेरांथस, यू वेरी इनडिसिसिव, आपको डिसीजन लेना नहीं आता, आपको नहीं पता आपने क्या डिसीजन लेना है, इसमें से चूज करना है, उसमें से चूज करना है, तो वो रिजॉल्व करने में आपको हेल्प करता है. जो भी आपके मूड स्विंग्स हो रहे हैं, तो एक बैलेंस मेंटेन करने में स्क्लेरांथस हेल्प करता है. स्टार ऑफ बेथलेम बहुत अच्छा रेमेडी, वेरी रेमेडी फॉर शॉक केसेस वी डिस्कस. तो एक कंफर्ट, एक डिलेड शॉक है, कोई एक्सीडेंट हो गया, कोई बैड न्यूज आई है, तो उसको न्यूट्रलाइज करने में, कंफर्टेबल करने में आपको स्टार ऑफ बेथलेम हेल्प करता है. स्वीट चेस्टनट एक एक्सट्रीम मेंटल एंग्विश का केस है. तो स्वीट से आप समझ सकते हो पर्सन जब बहुत ज्यादा इरिटेटेड है, बहुत ज्यादा एंग्री है, बहुत ज्यादा सैड है, कुछ नहीं है लाइफ में बचा हुआ, तो वो एक माइंड में पीस देने के लिए फ्रॉम दिस होपलेसनेस टू एक यस समथिंग एग्जिस्ट, समथिंग इज बेटर इन लाइफ, तो वो स्वीटनेस ऐड करता है आपकी लाइफ में स्वीट चेस्टनट. वर्वेन व्हेन यू टॉक अबाउट, वो एक रिलैक्सेशन देता है, बिकॉज चलो बहुत ओवर एंथुसियास्टिक होते हैं, इनफ्लेक्सिबल आइडियाज होते हैं, बहुत ज्यादा डेटरमाइंड होते हैं कि नहीं मैं तो यहीं अड़ा रहूंगा, मैं जो बोल रहा हूँ वो सही है, ओवर एंथुसियास्टिक है अपनी चीज को लेके, एंड ही इज वेरी स्टबर्न फॉर इट. सो वो एक काम स्टेट में लाने में, एक रिलैक्सेशन स्टेट में लाने में और एक ब्रॉडर लुक को देखने में हेल्प करता है वर्वेन, कि तुम और भी बहुत कुछ देख सकते हो. देयर इज लॉर्ड आउटसाइड, lot lot of people know about other things as well, so you cannot fix on your you cannot fix on one idea. So next is we have wine, which is for leadership, who those people who are very dominating, very inflexible, they're very greedy for power. Maybe you can talk about politicians or bullying others, or so rich brats who keep on bullying other students. So it give a lot of a sort of leadership or some determination कि you should not dominate, but आप एक determination में रहो कि yes you are good, you are a leader, but you cannot dominate others, you cannot bully others, you cannot be greedy for power. You can be a good leader. वो तो वाइन हेल्प करता है उसको एक अच्छे लीडर को कन्वर्ट करने में. सो वॉलनट इज फॉर ट्रांजिशन. आपको बहुत ओवर सेंसिटिव हो लाइफ में, आप चेंज नहीं होना चाहते, आपको डर लगता है बदलाव से, व्हेन यू हैव फियर इनसाइड कि आप डरते हो बदलाव से, तो आपको एक स्टेडफास्ट पाथ इन लाइफ में वो प्रमोट करता है और आपको ट्रांजिशन देता है, आपको फॉरवर्ड मूव करने के लिए, एक चेंज के लिए प्रमोट करता है वॉलनट. Water violet is very we discussed very proud people like platina. तो उसको हम जो इंसान अकेला रह रहा है, बहुत ज्यादा प्राउड फील करता है खुद पे, तो वो एक फ्रेंडली नेचर लाके देता है कि मैं प्राइवेट रहूं, मैं प्राउड रहूं, मैं मेरे को कोई सोशल एक्टिविटी नहीं चाहिए, मैं बहुत एंटी सोशल हूँ. सो वाटर वॉयलेट उनके अंदर एक वार्मर रिलेशनशिप लाने में हेल्प करता है. या व्हाइट चेस्टनट जो कि बहुत क्लियरली आपको जिनको बहुत ज्यादा थॉट्स आते रहते हैं, बहुत मेंटल आर्ग्यूमेंट्स रहते हैं, तो एक क्लियर थिंकिंग देने के लिए, जो लोग ओसीडी पेशेंट्स होते हैं, ऑब्सेसिव अनकंट्रोलेबल थॉट्स है पेशेंट के अंदर, तो एक क्लियर हेड, एक कंट्रोल्ड थिंकिंग और एक रीजनिंग में देने में हेल्प करता है व्हाइट चेस्टनट. व्हेन यू हैव वाइल्ड ओट, वो सर्टेनिटी लाता है, जो आपकी लाइफ में कोई पाथ नहीं है, बहुत इंडिसिजंस है, डिस्ट्रैक्शंस हैं आपकी लाइफ की चॉइसेस में, आप इंपॉर्टेंट लाइफ चॉइसेस को नहीं चूज कर रहे हो, तो एक सर्टेनिटी लाने में, एक पॉजिटिव एम्बिशन, एक क्लियर पिक्चर जनरेट करना व्हाट टू डू इन लाइफ, वाइल्ड ओट हेल्प करता है. It gives you direction in life. And then we have wild rose, जो कि when you have resigned yourself, you're apathetic, you are resigning from a situation, आपको you lack inside that will कि मैं कुछ बदल सकता हूँ, आप मेरे से नहीं होगा. So wild rose helps you out to bring a lively interest in life, and you can accept that responsibility. It gives you zest, it gives you enthusiasm to accept the things and change it. So wild rose helps in such cases. We have the last remedy, that is willow, which gives you acceptance. When the person is resented in life, self pity hoti hai, there is bitterness in life कि मेरे को खुद पे ही तरस खा रहा हूं मैं, तो तरस खाने के बजाय वो पास्ट इनजस्टिस जो हुई है, जो पास्ट प्रॉब्लम्स हुई है, उसको एक्सेप्ट करके लाइफ को आगे बढ़ाने में, लाइफ को एंजॉय करने में और अपनी डेस्टिनी को एक डिफाइन करने में विलो बहुत हेल्प करता है. सो अगेन विलो इज आल्सो वन ऑफ द रेमेडीज व्हिच हेल्प्स यू आउट टू forgive those past injustice, forgive yourself, don't pity yourself, and then you have to control your own destiny. So you must always remember that every single person has a life to live, a work to do, a glorious personality, and a wonderful individuality. So हर इंसान एक सेपरेट इंडिविजुअल है. हर इंसान की खुद की पर्सनालिटी है, खुद का एक काम है और खुद का एक नेचर है. कहीं ना कहीं कुछ ना कुछ किसी के अंदर चलता रहता है. सो यू कैन जस्ट इवॉल्व देमसेल्व्स एंड देन हेल्प देम आउट टू गिव अ वे थ्रू दीज बैच फ्लावर्स. तो आप एक अ वेरी गुड पर्सन जिसके अंदर कुछ भी, चाहे इरिटेबिलिटी है, चाहे फियर है, तो उसको एक सिचुएशन से निकालने में these batch flower act wonderfully, miraculously, I would say. So I think I've done my part. I hope you didn't, the people, the audience didn't get bored and I could give something good. अगर एक भी पॉइंट, दो चार पॉइंट भी आपको क्लियर होते हैं and you use it in practice and then you get good results, so that would be what I wanted to give you through this presentation. So thank you so much. I think I should stop my screen share. Yeah, so I'm here back. Thank you so much from my part. Over to you, Dr. Lavanya.
Hello, ma'am. Am I audible to you, ma'am? Hello? Hello, ma'am? Hello?
Yes,
Hello,
audible,
ma'am.
audible. Yes, audible, Dr. Lavanna, audible.
Hello, Manali.
Ma'am.
Kindly continue the session. Till then, just say about the conference. I'll be back with the ma'am. Okay?
Sure, ma'am.
Ma'am, am I audible to you, ma'am?
Lavanya ma'am, I just had a chat with Yashika ma'am, and she said she is logging again because she's unable to hear us.
Yeah, I'm able to listen to you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Am I audible to you, ma'am? Yashika, ma'am?
Any queries in the chat? Is there any query?
Yes ma'am, there are questions. Please click on the question and answer, where you will see all the questions from the participants.
Again, volume issue is there. Hello? Any questions?
Yes ma'am, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Ma'am, there are questions. You can click on the question answer mark on the screen.
Okay,
I'll
so
read the first one.
questions in the row. Uh, एक second. The first question was, ma'am, one case, ma'am, girls की फैमिली पुअर होने के कारण वो फ्रेंड्स के साथ एंजॉय नहीं करना चाहती, वो लोनलीनेस में स्टडी करती रहती है, तो क्या इसे डिजीज एस्पेक्ट बोल सकते हैं? So I think this is a question from Dr. Komal Dakore. So I would just say that it is not to be declared as a disease or something disorder, but there is inferiority complex, I would say. पेशेंट के बंदा एक पर्सन के अंदर उस फीमेल के अंदर एक इंफियोरिटी कॉम्प्लेक्स है कि वो वहां पे फ्रेंड्स के साथ एंजॉय नहीं कर पाएगी, शी वोंट बी एबल टू स्पेंड मच, उसके पास पैसे नहीं होंगे, वो क्या बात करेगी, वो उनके साथ फ्रैंक नहीं हो पाएगी, डिस्कस नहीं कर पाएगी, तो वो खुद को अपने आप को सेपरेट करके रखती है, वो अपने आप को खुद को सेपरेट करके रखती है, तो वो फियर में है, she has fear inside, she has some fear to feel inferior कि मुझे कोई कुछ कह ना दे, so you can categorize it under fear and then उसके और symptoms लेके आप उसके और नेचर को समझ के उसको कोई बैच फ्लावर प्रिस्क्राइब कर सकते हो, उसको डिजीज नहीं कहोगे, बिकॉज डिजीज इज व्हेन समथिंग इज नॉट एट ईज, जब आपका लाइफ इज नॉट एट ईज, जब आपको डिज ईज, जब आपका डिस्टर्ब होता है इजी वे ऑफ लिविंग जो भी है, तो आप डिजीज नहीं कह सकते उसे, बट यस आप उसे एक फीचर कह सकते हो, कैरेक्टरिस्टिक कह सकते हो इंसान की, एंड उसे आप बैच फ्लावर से काम कर सकते हो. देन we have next question from Dr. Jay. Can we use walnut in homesickness? Oh yes, you can use it. You can dispense it the way in liquid. You can tell the patient to take 4 to 5 drops in 1 spoon of water. You can also dilute them in sweet pills. You can also dilute them in lactose, and आप उनको प्रिस्क्राइब कर सकते हो in any form. Great remedy for homesickness. And then we have another question from Dr. Komal only. Ma'am, naturally loneliness, but behavior of other person don't like her, so behave like loneliness in hostel room. क्या ये ट्रीट कर सकते हैं? हाँ जी, आप बिल्कुल ट्रीट कर सकते हो, बिकॉज उसके अंदर एक डर है, उस डर को आपको निकालना है. Or Dr. Ghanshyam has asked me to if patch flower is useful in psoriasis and depression. So yes, when psoriasis is associated with depression, somewhat like chronic depression या फिर कुछ हुआ है, then the psoriasis started in the person, and the person suffered from psoriasis after some depressive state या फिर उसके साथ कोई tragedy हुई due to chronic depression. So the cause may be find out कि क्या cause है. So yes, it's wonderful. You can use it as a alternative treatment for your psoriatic cases. I hope I'm clear to all. So we have only these questions. If you have any other queries, you can ask for sure, or you can even mail me at drYashika@malhotra@gmail.com. Any questions, please? Any questions, Dr. Lavanya?
Ma'am, I would like to ask one question. Am I audible?
Hanji.
Ma'am, how we can actually prescribe these medicines to the patients?
Wait. You're not audible now. I think there is some problem with my speaker. Now please say the question.
My question is, how we can prescribe these medicines to the patient, and can it be given with the constitution?
Again. Please proceed from can it be given after what you said? Can it be given with homeopathic remedies?
With constitution.
Yeah. So it's a great question and it would take another session. I would say कि आपको पूरा एक session भी organize कर सकते हो कि आप कैसे prescribe करोगे, कैसे use कर सकते हो. So आप उसको देखो, if you're very stubborn and you're very using a single remedy or a constitutional remedy. So आप उसको जब आप मेडिसिन को पेशेंट को प्लासेबो पे लेके आते हो, when you give them a single dose of some medicine and उसको प्लासेबो में लेके आते हो आप, तो उस स्टेट में आप पेशेंट को प्रिस्क्राइब कर सकते हो बैच, and you have not verified single remedy. So आप उस टाइम पे along with the constitutional, along with the similimum remedy, आप उसे यूज कर सकते हो, जैसे कि हम एक बायो कॉम्बिनेशन यूज करते हैं जो कि एक टिश्यू लेवल पे एक्ट करते हैं बॉडी के. So these flowers actually do not interrupt with the action of the medicine. They just cool down the patient. They just satisfy the mental state of the patient. So आप साथ में भी यूज कर सकते हो. इन पोटेंसी दे कम अप एंड आप उसको प्रिस्क्राइब कर सकते हो इन स्वीट पिल्स एज वेल एज आप उसको डाइल्यूट करके भी दे सकते हो इन वाटर. You can use this. I hope I'm clear to you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Speaker again. Clear to you, Dr. Tamina? Dr. Sheikh?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ma'am, am I audible to you, ma'am?
Yeah. Wait. Tell me.
Ma'am, am I audible to you, ma'am?
हाँ जी.
Ma'am, there is a question actually from one participant. Extreme anger issues on each and every talk, even on normal talk, would live in past with multiple issues. Elderly person like different medicines are indicated. So in this type of personality, how to prescribe, how much medicine we can give together combo? This is the question, ma'am.
So they are saying कि आप the person is very extremely mental anguish है, गुस्सा है बहुत ज्यादा, and बहुत ज्यादा elderly लोग हैं जो किसी की कुछ समझते नहीं, तो आप उसमें वर्वेन बहुत अच्छा काम कर सकती है, स्वीट चेस्टनट बहुत अच्छा काम कर सकती है इन सच केसेस, जो कि एक वर्वेन बहुत हेल्प करेगी. एक ब्रॉडर आउटलुक, जो एक ओल्ड एज एल्डरली लोग हो जाते हैं, वो किसी की मानते नहीं, वो अपने एक्सपीरियंस से अपने आप को सही समझते हैं, तो वर्वेन एक रिलैक्सिंग मोड, एक उनको वाइडर प्रोस्पेक्ट देने में हेल्प करती है. एंड अगर वो बहुत ज्यादा गुस्सा है, बहुत ज्यादा इरिटेटेड है एंड पास्ट की चीजों को लेके है, हनी सकल बहुत अच्छा हेल्प कर सकती है. एंड I think और फॉर इंटॉलरेंस आप बीच भी यूज कर सकते हो. जो लोग बिल्कुल टॉलरेट नहीं करते, बहुत एरोगेंट होते हैं, बहुत ज्यादा इरिटेटेड होते हैं, तो उन लोगों के लिए आप बीच बहुत अच्छा यूज कर सकते हो. बीच इज अ ग्रेट रेमेडी. एंड such medicines, I think they can be used. So for so I think क्योंकि थोड़ा बहुत अगर वो विलफुल नहीं है चेंज करने के लिए लाइफ में, तो आप वाइल्ड रोज भी यूज कर सकते हो. तो आई थिंक दीज रेमेडीज कैन बी यूज्ड. सो एम आई क्लियर, डॉक्टर साई, डॉक्टर लावण्य?
Ma'am, actually, they are asking about this question, ma'am. Can we give a combo together? Their question is also mixed with this, ma'am.
Can you use both together? What?
Can we use a combo of medicines? Like that they want to ask, ma'am. How much medicine and we can give together combo? This is the question, ma'am.
I should not give combo. Single would be better. अगर आपको combo use करना है तो आप rescue remedy use कर सकते हो, because it is prepared and proven. But then I think I don't use two Bach flowers together. So maybe some doctors, yes, maybe use it. You can refer to other books as well, the source books of Bach flower. So you can just ask them, you can just refer to books if you want to use 2-3 remedies together.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah.
Ma'am, from my side, there is a question, ma'am. Is there any books that we can follow for such batch flower remedies so that we can have a another good explanation from those books?
I can give you the list if I would say yes. There are so many books which you can which come up which are there. I'll just give. You can refer to the batch flower. Obviously, batch flower by Dr. Batch is there, and there is the book name as. I'll give you the names. Very good book name. I'll give you. Batch flower remedies for pain relief and psychological problems. This is by Ludwig Boltzmann Institute. There is a paper. There is such. They have published that paper as book, and for the basic like and you can refer to many courses which are being available nowadays, and book is also there which is by Bioveda, batch flower remedies and mixes, and we have batch flower, the 38 batch flowers, college sociology, psychology, philosophy, etc. by Dr. V. Krishnamurthy, a very good book by Dr. V. Krishnamurthy. Then we have then we have Dr. Mimi. Wait a second.
Ma'am, are these books available on Google Books
So
as
we
a
have
PDF?
BFR Batch Flower Essences book. I can give you the list. I have Dr. Philip M. Chancellor's book is there. Dr. Naran's book is there. So there are so many literature which are there. So you can refer to those. I think I text you those books. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So, thank you so much for enlightening us with the wonderful session, ma'am. It is a great section, and I hope the participants have cleared their question as well. So, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. I would like to hand over the session to Manali for the further proceedings. Over to you, Manali.
Good evening to all of you. Myself, Dr. Manali Srivastav, and I am thrilled to inform that AHSYA, All India Homeopathic Students and Youth Association, is going to conduct an extraordinary event, that is International Ayush Conference and Ayush Youth Festival 2025, scheduled on 12th January 2025 at Salt Lake, Kolkata, West Bengal. Many other activities like Global Youth Summit, Ayush Literacy Conclave, Arogya Fair, along with some exciting competitions like e-poster, article writing and drawing, etc. also will be organized over there. For more details and registration, you can get link of the conference from our YouTube description box and webinar chat box also. So don't miss out and mark your calendar now. Thank you so much for your kind listening. Over to you, Dr. Lavanya ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for enlightening us with the wonderful session. It was a great, actually, and great opportunity for us to learn regarding the patch flower remedies. And thank you all the participants for their active participation. Thank you, Team Asia, for this wonderful opportunity. And thank you, our media partner, Homeo 360 Degrees, for being with us. And I would like to tell that in the comment box there are links for the upcoming webinars, which will all the updates will be posted. So make use of it, and I hope everyone are enjoying the webinar series. And we'll get back soon with the other guest speaker by tomorrow. Thank you all. Good night.